offense rolls onto the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. At the 35, he's loose. And he's running in the open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
It's so difficult when you're running a pass play, but really it becomes a run because he can do that. The quarterback can scramble around. Receivers are running down the field. I got to cover him and run down the field. Now I got to come try to catch this guy who's flying downhill so fast. The angles don't work. He's too athletic. That's why you get a big gain.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Getting some heat. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football. They play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Dropping back, it's Milroe. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that 4th down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
They want to just keep throwing it. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, the offense has tried to throw the football twice now in goal-to-go situations. They haven't come up with anything positive. You know the windows get a lot smaller down here. This is going to be a very tough play on 3rd down trying to generate a touchdown.
3rd and goal from way back there. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
That's 2 plays in a row now. I think this quarterback's been a bit too greedy. Down by the goal line. I know you want to throw a touchdown. You want to make the highlight-type play, but you've got to be smart. You've got to know the situation. You got to throw the ball away if nobody's open.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this one splits the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bell. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like,
hit the afterburners, kid. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Going to try to pop one on the screen. On the move is the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it's knocked away and incomplete, denying a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up.
The score, Alabama 17, Georgia 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Back to pass, it's back. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Third down play from the gun. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. So an 82-yard drive there. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, going to the air. They're bringing heat. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Quarterback on the keeper. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Back to pass, it's Beck. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The offense comes out needing a score here, down 1 possession. They'll throw it on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's complete. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Timeout, Georgia.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He wants it all. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
So this likely just to get the final score a little bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll go for 2 here. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Throws for the tight end. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
They'll line up for the onside kick, just 1 second to play, and really their only hope is some type of penalty for an untimed down. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll throw it on first down. Scrambling away. He'll pull it down. Across the 25, he's got room. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.